It's been opened obviously before because it's ripped. Pictures are fairly clear, you kind of almost know exactly what you need to do with it.
The packaging is a bit dated looking, the woman is a bit dated looking, looks a bit 70s. It's also ripped, which wouldn't encourage me to say somebody had used it beforehand.
Very professional box with visual instructions on the front, and you can actually see the item through the box without having to open it, which is probably a good idea.
On the back, pictures are completely clear, like you know, like how to wash it, everything. I'm not really sure what all of this is. I think it's kind of just PO boxes, which I think is kind of unnecessary to have on the back of a packet.
Well, the device looks very complicating. There's lots of different signs on it that I do not recognise.
There's little instructions here, but I'm not sure what they're about. I'm sure if I used the product I'd understand it, but first impressions, I think it looks fine. Like, I think it looks fairly straightforward. There's only 3 things that you need to put together.
What am I going to do with this now? Now, what on earth is it? Oh, take this out. Oh, I turned wrong. Okay. Alright. Now take this out and put this on here.
So I'm just going by this picture here. And then I'll open the instructions. Ah, yes, okay. Okay. The pictures are very helpful in the booklet.
Right. Inside the packaging. Just press it and push. Long life pad.
Okay, I'm guessing that these are going in here, but I'm going to have to figure out now which one goes on which side.
That's straightforward, just plug it in. Like, that was the only plug on the thing, so it's just simple. There's no like fiddling with it.
And I just put this in any part of my body? My back.
Oh yes, so it's lots in here. Okay. I don't know whether it's the red one or the white one. But it doesn't seem like it matters what colour you put on which, so I'm just going to go with this. It doesn't say. It should be very obvious if
I find it very difficult. Well, look at this diagram here. Right, safety curve. Red connector. C is the right connector. C. I'm stuck. I'm stuck completely.
Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, they must be upright like that, straight on my shoulder. Oh, this is on the other side. Okay. So I'll put the other one on the shoulder. Let's see if you can see from the instructions. There's a start button.
Not easy to find where the first, what's applicable to yourself. It's a lot of paperwork, but I presume it's all repetitive.
Most people don't read instructions anyhow, and I'm one of those people, so I'll just have a go.
Assuming you can put these on either one, but I probably read the instructions first. But the fact that the instruction book is this big, I don't think I'd go for it.
The manual is too big, it contains far too much erroneous information.
The instructions are probably on the front of the box, or at least you can see it, and most people would be familiar what electronic pulse massager means. So I imagine you would immediately go without reading the instructions because there are no assembly parts to it.
Oh, it's very short. I thought it was... Alright, okay. I thought the whole booklet was how to use it.
That it's English first, I suppose that's fine, but like... Oh yeah, I suppose it's very clear what language you're reading it in straight away.
I wouldn't have even opened them.
There's a lot of pictures, which I think is good. When you get something like this, I prefer to look at pictures. I'd rather not read a whole instruction manual.
The font in this is tiny, it's absolutely ridiculous, especially if it's aimed at anybody who wants to read.
Well, initially I thought the book was full of instructions for it, but it's actually in different languages. And when I opened up, the pictures were very good for explaining what to do, because of the fact that it's such a confusing little device. Yeah, I thought it was pretty straightforward. It went through all the steps and all the safety things about it and everything.
Too many words. Little crap at the beginning.
The actual manual looks very easy as well, just the pictures alone can show you exactly how it works. And the picture on the box, so yeah, I think it's quite easy to use.
Should read on another bit because I've no idea how to work this remote.
I'm just going to assume you can put these on on any side.
Yes, very good. Very good. And that one. Oh my God.
I put it on just, well, just stick it onto this and massages your whatever. So, I clip this on somewhere.
It's fairly straightforward. I don't know that you need that many instructions with it.
Oh yeah, I see from the book. You clip it onto the top.
Put it anywhere on your skin, isn't it? I have to read it.
Read it to yourself.
Sticky.
Okay, so I put a pad on, I assume.
Okay, well I'm just going to put it on there because why not?
Okay, we're just looking at the instructions without, I think it's kind of idiot proof enough to be able to say, yeah, I can see, I could work it out without actually having to leaf through the whole book.
I presume this has to be connected to something, does it?
Now I don't know how you put on the power, so I'd probably have to read it.
Oh, it doesn't need to be connected, does it?
And just connect it. And it just slaps on the other side.
Instruction manual. Ah!
Oh, you have to be earthed low. Come here, these are cat.
So, off, on.
Straight up, it just says you click it on. That's very straightforward, like it's on the picture.
Is there an on-off button?
Touch the on-off switch at the side. That's grand.
Okay, so there's a button on the side.
I'm not sure what the dial is for, but numbers are going up, so you probably have to read it.
So I don't know how to get working. It's hard to actually. It says 15 on the thing, and that's what it says it's supposed to say, but I don't actually know what to do from then. Like, is it going once it's on? Because I'm not feeling anything.
See, I think it's kind of confusing, because I'm not very good at reading instructions in the first place. So the fact that I'd have to look the whole way through this to understand it kind of puts me off the product straight away.
Blinking bar shows frequency. So yeah, it's going. I don't feel anything at all in my arms.
But it's after turning itself off. That's really annoying because I didn't even... Oh, I can feel it pulsing already. Okay, wait, I want to turn up the program because I kind of like it.
I don't know what these two purple buttons are for. I'm going to just try it there and we'll see. Okay, so that's different pulses.
I'm not sure what these are for. These little buttons down the bottom.
They want to be more visual, I think.
It doesn't say straight up what they're for, like as in like I could guess and I could mess with it and I'd say that's the only real reason I'd ever know how to use it. I'd rather just know straight up if it was just a picture of the buttons and then said this one for this one for this.
So this manual put me off reading it.
I wonder if these buttons, but I'm sure it's quite easy if I read it, what these buttons here do.
I can almost understand the pictures on it. I can see that they're body parts and obviously that's for whatever. These like, it's here it's joints, I'm assuming that's an arm, feet, whatever. So the pictures are probably the best bit on it.
I'm guessing this one's more frequent. Yeah. Okay, well that's pretty clear. The signage is very good.
Without actually going through the booklet, I think it should be fairly self-explanatory that you follow the instructions or try and decipher the instructions by messing around.
The fact that you can see the dial clearly when you're changing like the number, so I'm assuming how strong the pulse is, that's really clear, so it's good.
Feet, elbows and things, yeah. Thigh and, yeah.
I have no idea what these are for. They look like something on the stock market, which doesn't do anything for me.
So I'm going to move on to P here. This is what I was saying earlier. It was at 4 and feet. Yeah, this is all very clear.
They're not very self-explanatory. I suppose maybe if you read the notes, you'd pick it up and in no time.
The first set of pictures, the P, above the P, they're really clear. But the ones above the M, I have no idea what they're doing. Okay, my M is pulsing.
So that's P, that's kind of pulsing, and then M, it's kind of like pulsing as well, but not as strong.
No, so I'm not really sure what these pictures are of. Okay, so it's hands massaging.
And the symbols made no sense to me at all. There's hands here and feet and stuff, but I don't actually know. Well, I presume maybe if I read more into the instructions, yeah, here, there, and all, but yeah, kind of weird symbols.
Yeah, it's kind of just trial and error, I suppose.
Yeah, it seems to work very easily, only I just wonder if there's different modes.
I suppose if you messed around with it, even just for a little while, without even looking at this, you figure it out.
The instructions were alright, I just didn't read them at the start, like that's why I had a bit of trouble at the start, but if you actually read them, it should be fine. They're a bit confusing with all the J1s and the J2s and J3s in them.
I'm a person who just lifts things and tries to get them to work. I think that this is far too complicated to give to most people.
So yeah, it's easy to figure out how to put it up and down, the dial on the side. It's actually quite strong.
I think it's a bit daunting over when you look at it first, all the hand signals and stuff, but I think when you start using it, it's a lot more straightforward.
Packaging, good enough. Good enough, yeah. Yeah, after a second or two you have it. No problem after the first go. It all looks very simple enough.
The good thing about the packaging was probably, again, the pictures. It's really like just straight in front of you, you know what you're getting. It tells you what it is and it tells you what's exactly in it, but like the fact that you have to go through this or even this to actually know what it does. Like, it doesn't actually say anywhere on the thing.
I just went mad turned on because I forgot to earth it.
It just tells you that it's an electric pulse massager, but like, I don't think it says anything more.
And packing it was quite easy. The fact that it was all in the one carton when it came out. Easy enough to get at, easy to find pieces.
I think there's far too much packaging. It's dated looking. It doesn't need all that. It doesn't need that plastic. It doesn't need to be plasticized. It should be in. This should be in. Just should be in a bag. You don't need all that stuff.
Well, it's a bit complicated.
The fact that you can't charge it, I think that's kind of annoying. You have to get new batteries. But I suppose that's so dependent on how much battery it actually uses. But I always find like just kind of annoying when you have to use batteries.
If I was to get this here, I would want a simple crib sheet, 1 page, and on that page it would say, do this, do that, do the other.
If I bought it, I would definitely keep it. It took me about 2 minutes there to figure it out, and I'm sure there's a lot more things you could do with it if I read the instructions properly. So yeah, I'd definitely keep it.
If I bought it, I probably wouldn't return it because I'd be buying it for the reason of pain relief.
You really, in this day and age, don't need a manual, and if you do, you can have an online manual that's very interactive.
It was very easy. Initially I thought there was only one pad, but once you take it out you see you have the other one on the other side. So it seems very clear and very easy to use, and
I'm currently using it for my back, and it's very, I can already feel it relieving the tension.
I haven't really used it properly yet to see how it works, but yeah, I've used one before, something similar that wasn't quite as easy to use, and I found it good, so yeah, I definitely keep it.
If I needed this, I would work out how it worked. But if I was giving this to, say, an elderly person or somebody who had, like, I'm technical and I just find it not intuitive in any way. It's not intuitive.
If I had bought this, I would be happy with it. I think the presentation is good. It is a fairly basic machine at the end of it, but you do get a nice printout